Hello. In the past few days, people have been challenging me all across Facebook to dump a bucket of ice-cold water over my head for ALS. Well, that's all very good, and it's well-intentioned. People are always so well-intentioned. However, I need to clear up a couple of small things before we proceed with this. First of all, in fact, when you take a cold bucket of water, perhaps even a barrel, in some cases even fire hoses full of water, and you dump them on yourself or on crowds, it's all very well and good, but while you people are running around willy-nilly dumping cold water on your heads, remember, the original intention was that somebody who was not aware of ALS and who wasn't willing to donate to the foundation to help cure that horrible disease would in fact need to pour a bucket of cold water over their heads to wake them up to this terrible disease. So, I'm well aware of how horrible a disease that is, so I'm perfectly willing to support the efforts against that terrible disease. However, for those of you who have been dumping cold water over your heads, a little bit of information. First of all, if you hadn't noticed, the planet is in terrible trouble right now. It seems there's large areas that are really wanting for water. Water resources are dwindling away before our eyes. In fact, even glaciers are melting before our very generation. So, what I recommend is that in future, don't waste that valuable commodity of water by pouring it over your heads. Instead, do the smart thing. Help the planet. Conserve the water. Because you know what? Pouring buckets of water on your head, well, that's not very cool. Saving the planet? Oh, that's very cool. In fact, curing ALS, that's very cool. So slight reprogramming is required before we continue. Just a moment. Hold very still. This won't hurt a bit. Right. That should do it. Now, just so you don't feel like I'm a party pooper, I have in fact prepared ice-cold water. Ah! Oh gosh, that's cold! That's cold! Ah! Very effective. Now I have my check to write out to the ALS Foundation, which I'm ever grateful to do. All of you should do the same thing. Donate to the ALS Foundation in your area. And stop pouring cold water over your heads! Maybe a little spritzer now and again, all right? All right.